It's Microsoft. Without PowerPoint, we don't present. It's a pleasure to be here and talk about the inclusion. I help organizations to create modern, accessible, and inclusive workplace. And I truly believe disability is an engine of innovation. To prove, I'm going to show a picture of a typewriter. And I decided to bring this picture because there are a lot of millennials in the room, probably watch this presentation online, that did not touch this machine before. Typewriter was invented by an Italian inventor called Pellegrino Turri. And he designed this machine to talk to his friend, Carolina Firenze. She was blind. And to communicate with her, for her to type letters legibly, the typewriter machine was ideal. And he designed this technology to communicate with a person with disability, but he quickly learned that more people could use this technology. And actually, during 200 years, typewriter machine was the main device in the workplace, school, everywhere. An interesting thing, the same typewriter layout is the same one you have in your phone right now. And I don't know if you ever asked it yourself, but I asked it myself, why the letters are in the way? And I will tell you why. The metals with the letters, if you type too fast, it could get jammed. And to avoid the situation, they figured out the best layout. And the layout you have today on your TV, on your car, your laptop, is still the same layout. And I tell you, in my generation, typing fast, and you're not going to find me here in the picture, it's just... But when I joined the workforce, I was advised to do a typewriter course. How many of you did a course around? Yeah. Typing fast was a big deal at that time. People were mentioning their resume, say, hey, I typed the number of words. Typing was the way to interact. And today there are so many more ways for us to connect, to interact, like a phone, right? I can work with a phone. By the way, a phone, I have an interesting thing to talk about phone. Alexander Graham Bell, when he was researching to help hard of hearing, his wife and his mother, both of them were hard of hearing. He ended up discovering the telephone. Vint Cerf, you're going to remember this name. He was trying to communicate with his wife. She was also hard of hearing. He wanted to communicate remotely with her. And he ended up discovering the email protocol. So the email technology that you exchange was also inspired in persons with disabilities. I bet you're going to see your phone now in a different way. Your phone is the end line of many inventions inspired in persons with disabilities. I truly believe disability is an engine of innovation. The World Health Organization defines persons with disabilities not as a personal health condition, but a mismatched human interaction. If you create the right environment and you connect abilities to technology, that's the point where you drive innovation. Somehow, Pellegrino Turri, Alexander Graham Bell, Vincent, they realized this. When they designed with persons with disabilities, they ended up creating more solutions for temporary, for situational, or even persons without disabilities. And today, we are not limited to work with typewriters or just with keyboard. There are so many more ways for us to connect with technology. We can connect with voice, with touch, with inking, with our eyes. Software technology is now capable to help people with invisible disabilities like mental health or learning disabilities. The technology that I'm showing right now is called Microsoft Learning Tools. It was designed to help kids with disabilities to write and read. And it's now used by 15 million people worldwide monthly. Monthly. I don't know if you heard about Sing AI app. It was an app designed by blind engineers at Microsoft. And it's an app that used the telephone to narrate the environment and help the person to read a menu, do shopping, scanning barcodes. You can see how much money you have. And this is the #1 app for the blind today, available in Apple Store for free. There are more. There is a technology called eye gaze control. We designed for ALS and people with quadriplegia. But here's the interesting thing. In hospitals, doctors are also using this technology. It's good for them. They don't need to take out the glove, wash their hand, and go to a keyboard. They can use eye control and avoid contamination. When I was thinking about this presentation, I was thinking, if Alexander Graham Bell, if Pellegrino Turri, if they were here, I think they would be amazed, just amazed, with all possibilities to connect and talk to everyone. But at the same time, they would be shocked to know, first, the amount of people with disabilities in the world, according to United Nations, 1.3 billion. In Canada, 8.3 million people. And they would be surprised that people are not leveraging technology and are not leveraging everything that is available to create inclusion. The sad thing, unemployment rate for persons with disabilities is 2 times higher compared to persons without disabilities. My humble point of view, it's not about technology, it's about attitude. Attitude towards inclusion. Attitude from leaders, from employers, from the government, from everyone here in the room, or everyone watching online. How we create a world that includes everyone. I want to leave a takeaway, which is a very simple one, and we use this principle when we design products at Microsoft. It's called inclusive design. You heard universal design, inclusive design. Universal is everything around our environment, our world, things you can touch. Inclusive design is everything that is online, software and services. The very first one is recognize exclusion. Very first one. When you make a product, when you design a solution, think who is not going to be able to use and why. Make it work. The second one, learn from diversity. Throughout this process, you're going to learn so much. The best tip I have for you, hire persons with disabilities. They're going to bring unique perspectives that is going to help you to enhance the experience. Last but not least, you're going to make it work for one, and you're going to extend to many. At the end, this is an end-user experience, as our friend that spoke before, he said. So I hope by now you're going to agree with me. Disability is an engine of innovation. And next time you grab your phone and you start to use keyboard, or you make a phone call, or you exchange an email, think about this. Think about a technology that was designed for persons with disabilities, but it's now working for everyone. Thank you very much.